If you have been trying kidney-friendly exercises, low-impact routines, or specialized diets to address fluid retention, chronic fatigue, or declining kidney function, a June 2026 clinical review published in The Lancet just revealed a foundational piece of the puzzle that the majority of kidney health content completely overlooks. Your kidney fatigue does not start in your kidneys, it starts in your colon. And until you address what is happening at the gut-kidney interface, no exercise routine or dietary adjustment will deliver the results you are working toward. The mechanism is called the gut-kidney axis, a bidirectional biological relationship between the colon and the kidneys that the 2026 research is now identifying as one of the most clinically significant yet underappreciated connections in human physiology. Here is how it works. Your colon and your kidneys share a highly sensitive network of blood vessels called the endothelium, the thin layer of cells lining every blood vessel in your body. This shared vascular network means that what happens in your colon has direct and immediate consequences for your kidneys, and vice versa. Under healthy conditions, this relationship is mutually supportive. But when the colon becomes inflamed, from processed food, dysbiosis, accumulated waste, or chronic stress, the balance shifts in a profoundly damaging direction. Gut inflammation compromises the intestinal barrier, the protective lining that separates the contents of your colon from your bloodstream. When this barrier is compromised, a process called intestinal permeability allows harmful biological byproducts, uremic toxins, lipopolysaccharides, undigested proteins, and metabolic waste products to leak directly into the bloodstream. Once in circulation, these gut-derived toxins travel to every organ system in your body. But the kidneys bear a disproportionate burden because filtering blood-borne toxins is literally their primary biological function. The renal tubules, the microscopic filtration units inside each kidney, work constantly to identify and remove these gut-derived toxins from your bloodstream. Under normal circumstances, this filtration capacity is more than adequate. But when the colon is chronically inflamed and leaking a continuous stream of biological waste into circulation, the renal tubules face a filtration demand that far exceeds what the system was designed to handle sustainably. The 2026 research identified the cellular consequence of this chronic overload, and it is the same mechanism that underlies so many of the symptoms people associate with poor kidney health. Under sustained toxic filtration demand, the mitochondria inside renal tubule cells experience what researchers are calling mitochondrial burnout. The cellular engines powering the filtration process run out of the ATP required to maintain filtration capacity. Fluid retention begins because the kidneys can no longer efficiently regulate fluid balance. Blood pressure elevates because the compromised filtration system disrupts the hormonal mechanisms that control vascular tone. Chronic fatigue sets in because the energy deficit in renal tissue spreads systemically, affecting every organ that depends on clean blood supply. The kidney-friendly exercise research generating massive attention right now is correctly identifying movement as a powerful intervention for this system. Low-impact rhythmic movement, walking, gentle cycling, aquatic exercise, activates localized nitric oxide production in the endothelium. Nitric oxide dilates blood vessels and improves circulation through both the gut and the kidney simultaneously. This enhanced circulation helps flush gut-derived toxins from the system, more rapidly reducing the filtration burden on the renal tubules and giving the mitochondria inside those cells a recovery window. The exercise benefits are real and meaningful, but the 2026 clinical review adds the critical caveat that most kidney exercise content omits. Movement provides the flush mechanism, it opens the pipes. But if the mitochondria inside your renal filtration cells are already in a state of burnout, they cannot capitalize on that improved circulation window. The toxins move more readily through the enhanced blood flow, but the cellular engines responsible for actually processing and eliminating them remain underpowered. The system stays backed up at the cellular level regardless of how consistently you move. CoQ10 provides the direct oxidative protection that the endothelial lining of both the gut and the kidneys needs to function under toxic load. As a fat-soluble antioxidant embedded in cell membranes, CoQ10 neutralizes the reactive oxygen species that gut-derived toxins generate when they contact the endothelial walls of the renal vasculature. This protection prevents the structural degradation of the endothelial lining that allows toxin-driven inflammation to compound over time, maintaining the vascular integrity that efficient kidney filtration depends on. PQQ activates mitochondrial biogenesis right inside the renal tubule cells, the exact filtration units that experience mitochondrial burnout under chronic toxic overload. New mitochondria grown through biogenesis are not carrying the accumulated damage of their predecessors. They produce ATP efficiently, providing the cellular energy that powers filtration capacity, fluid balance regulation, and the toxic waste elimination that kidney-friendly exercise is trying to support. When renal mitochondria are abundant and high-functioning, your kidneys can capitalize fully on every movement session, flushing the gut-derived toxin backlog and restoring the organ vitality that chronic filtration demand has been progressively eroding. Mitolyn combines both in one formula built around this gut-kidney endothelial protection and cellular energy principle. Stop trying to fix kidney fatigue from the outside while the gut-kidney toxic pipeline continues loading your filtration system beyond its cellular capacity. Shield the endothelium, power the filtration engines, and give your kidneys the mitochondrial infrastructure to finally get ahead of the toxic backlog that has been driving your symptoms. I want to be fully transparent with you. The link in my description is an affiliate link. I might earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. I only share what I genuinely think is helpful. Shield your organs and revitalize your filtration system. Check the link in my description for the 2026 Mitolyn Organ Protection Protocol. And if you want cutting-edge cellular health content every single day, hit subscribe. We post every morning. This video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your diet or lifestyle.